There are still some gaps. They're narrow gaps. You ask what went wrong, I would say that a great deal went right. This is a very difficult negotiation, but it's fundamental to international peace and security over the next few years, so we have to persist. These talks have been very detailed. They've been about every aspect of Iran's nuclear program. They have made a lot of progress, and there's no doubt, as John Kerry, Secretary Kerry, said here during the night, that the parties are closer together. We're all closer together than before we had these talks. So we haven't been wasting our time. But it is a formidably difficult negotiation, of course, and we are going to reconvene these talks in 10 days' time here in Geneva on the 20th of November and try to maintain that momentum. It's vital to keep the momentum, and there is a deal there. A deal is on the table, and it can be done.
Would it be right to say that the big problem is proving that enrichment for civil purposes can't be used for nuclear weapons, and that is actually nailing that is the big problem you've got?
Yes, well, that is right. Of course, that is a very big problem. There is a lack of trust, of course, about Iran's intentions and nuclear program. Over many years, they have hidden things from the rest of the world. They have disregarded the resolutions of the United Nations Security Council and disregarded the International Atomic Energy Agency. So there's bound to be a terrible lack of trust, and that means that we have to go over every detail of it. It means that we have to look at every aspect of the program. We have to be sure exactly what would happen in a deal with Iran. But one of the other good things about this is that the so-called E3+3 countries, of whom we are one, the 6 countries negotiating with Iran, of whom we are one, are clearly united at the end of the negotiations last night. The final meeting that we had in the early hours of this morning, we were all saying the same thing to Iran and supporting the same deal that can be done, and that is something for the Iranians to think carefully about over the next few days.